Welcome, everyone. We're kicking off today looking at something that's really got the football world buzzing. The Dallas Cowboys' recent preseason finale. A big one. A decisive 31-13 win over the Atlanta Falcons. Just a really commanding way to wrap up the exhibition schedule.
Yeah, it felt like they needed that.
Definitely. After some of the headlines, a bit of chatter around the team lately, this game felt like a real breath of fresh air. Lots of positive vibes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to break down what happened, who really shined on the field, and what it all means as the Cowboys gear up for the regular season.
It's true. This wasn't just, another preseason game. This was kind of a final job interview for a lot of these guys.
Hey, make or break.
Exactly. A last chance to make their case for that 53-man roster. And for the coaches. A huge chance to see how strategies are gelling, how guys look under pressure.
See what sticks.
Right, and you could feel it from the start, a different energy. So we'll walk you through the key moments, the big plays, and really highlight the performances that could shape this Cowboys roster.
Okay, let's get into it then. Unpack the action, starting with that first half. Atlanta actually got the ball first.
Yeah.
Moved it pretty well, actually. Got downfield quickly. But then their kicker, Young-Ho Koo, had a 51-yard attempt.
Long one.
Yeah, and he pushed it wide left, which honestly felt like a good sign right away for Dallas.
Definitely a momentum shifter early on. And Dallas, they capitalized immediately. That's what you want to see.
How so?
Well, the first score came from quarterback Joe Milton. He ran it in himself, showcased that dynamic ability he has.
The dual threat potential.
Exactly. And Deuce Vaughn had some strong runs on that drive, too. Set a physical tone. Then, boom, the defense forces a punt right after. Early promise there.
Yeah, good start. And they kept it rolling. Dallas gets the ball back, and rookie Jaden Blue, the guy fans have been waiting to see.
A lot of buzz around him.
Tons. He gets involved, shows off that speed we've heard about, and bam, he finds the end zone.
Nice.
So end of the first quarter, Cowboys are up 14-0. Feeling pretty good.
They had to be. But the second quarter, a bit more back and forth. Atlanta fought back.
What happened there?
Well, Troy Pride nearly had a huge interception for Dallas. Would been big.
Oh, yeah.
But a penalty wiped it out. Flag on the play. That allowed the Falcons to keep the drive going, eventually kick a field goal. Made it 14-3.
Penalties. Not what you want to see.
Never. And then Dallas kind of stalled out offensively for a bit, a couple of punts. And Atlanta, they put together a drive, scored a touchdown. Suddenly it's 14-10.
Getting tight.
Yeah. And it brings up that question, discipline, those penalties, could that be a recurring issue? Something they absolutely have to clean up.
That's a great point. Penalties can just kill you.
Yeah.
But then, right before halftime, only 48 seconds left, Cowboys have the ball, up 14-10, and Coach Schottenheimer, he gives the offense the green light. 2-minute drill.
Aggressive call. I like it.
You too. And they get into position for Brandon Aubrey to try a really long field goal.
Like really long.
64 yards, and he absolutely drilled it just perfect.
Incredible kick. What a weapon.
Talk about a confidence boost heading into the locker room. That put Dallas up 17-10 at the break.
Oh, absolutely. That wasn't just 3 points. That was a statement. Huge boost for the team. Huge trust shown by the coach. And they definitely carried that momentum into the third quarter.
For sure. They got the ball to start the second half and just went to work. Joe Milton put together, easily his best drive as a Cowboy.
No question. It was really impressive. He looked composed. The drive even had a designed run for him on 4th and short to keep it going.
Gutsy call.
Big time. Shows trust. And it opens things up. He looked calm, managed the game well. And then, shortly after that conversion, he finds Jalen Brooks for a touchdown. One of the prettiest throws you'll see. Perfect touch.
Wow. Extended the lead to 24-10. Nice cushion.
Yep. Gave them some breathing room. And that was pretty much it for Milton's night after that drive.
Right. Will Grier came in. But the defense, they kept the pressure on. Didn't let the Falcons get anything going. Forced another punt.
Yeah, they held strong. Moving into the fourth, Atlanta did manage another field goal. Made it 24-13.
Okay, still the 2-score game.
Right. But the real difference makers, still the Cowboys' defense creating turnovers. Rookie linebacker Shamar James, he had a fantastic sequence, grabbed an interception.
Huge play from the rookie.
Big time. And the offense immediately cashed it in. Phil Maffa, the other rookie running back, punched it in for a touchdown.
Wait, so both rookie running backs scored in this game?
Both of them. Maffa and Blue. That's incredibly promising for your depth, right?
Absolutely huge, injecting that young talent.
And the defense wasn't done. Later on, former Cowboy Ben DiNucci playing QB for the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, the Nooch.
He threw another pick, this time to Robert Rochelle.
2 turnovers in the quarter. Love it.
Yeah, defense was flying around even when the Falcons made a late drive, kind of pushing for pride near the goal line. The Dallas D stood tall, denied them on fourth down,
Nice center.
sealed the 31-13 win. Just a strong, complete performance to end the preseason.
Okay, so let's talk about who really stood out. Player spotlight time. Stock up. Who impressed you the most?
Well, you got to start with quarterback Joe Milton. Undeniably his best game in a Cowboys uniform.
Looks much more comfortable.
Totally. Calm, controlled, had the rushing touchdown, obviously, but that passing touchdown to Brooks was just beautiful. His stats look good, too. 10 for 18, 132 yards, the passing TD, plus 33 on the ground, and that rushing score. Showed real command.
Okay, he looked composed for sure, but, it's still preseason. What does this really mean for him locking down that QB2 job? How much weight does this carry versus regular season pressure?
That's the million-dollar question, right? Look, it's huge for confidence, both his and the team's in him. It wasn't just the stats, it was how he played. The decision-making seemed better, extending plays, that's key.
Right.
Having a capable QB2 you trust, it changes everything. If your starter misses time, it means you don't have to tear up the playbook. So yeah, this game was a significant step for him, I think. Showed poise.
Okay. And then the rookie running backs. Jaden Blue finally getting on the field.
And living up to the hype.
Yeah. Showed that speed, got the touchdown. He did have that injury scare later, which you never want to see.
Yeah, hopefully minor.
But the potential is obvious. And like you said, Phil Maffa also scored. What's the impact of having two rookies contribute like that right away?
Oh, it's massive. It's not just depth. It's strategic flexibility. You can mix and match, keep guys fresh, create different looks. It means you're not just relying on one guy to carry the load. Especially with a new OC possibly wanting different run schemes, it's a blueprint for keeping the offense dynamic all season.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay, special teams. Brandon Aubrey. I mean,
what else can you say?
that 64-yarder was unbelievable. And he finished the preseason perfect.
Yeah.
11 for 11 on kicks, 5 field goals, 6 extra points.
Just automatic.
Does a kick like that add pressure now, or just confirm he's elite?
I think it just confirms it. We knew he was good, but consistently perfect and hitting from 64, that's invaluable. It changes the math for the offense around midfield.
Yes.
Knowing you can potentially get points from that far out, that's a huge psychological edge.
Definitely. What about the receivers? Jalen Brooks made some nice plays, that touchdown catch.
Beautiful catch.
He's been fighting for a spot. Ryan Flournoy also chipped in, 4 catches for 45 yards. What do games like this mean for those guys on the bubble?
Everything. For Brooks and Flournoy, every single catch, every route, it's an audition. Brooks making that tough TD grab, that shows reliability, making plays when targeted. Flournoy getting 4 catches shows he can contribute.
But is it enough?
That's the tough part. It's about separating yourself. Can you play special teams? Are you consistent? Can the coaches trust you? It's a numbers game, and these guys are right in the thick of it. This game definitely helped their case, though.
Okay. Defensively, James Houston off the edge.
Whoa. He was wrecking things.
Looked dominant at times.
Absolutely. A free agent signing, comes in, gets a sack on his first snap. Then he reads that jet sweep perfectly.
Can you explain that play real quick? The jet sweep.
Yeah, sure. It's basically a quick handoff or pitch to a receiver or fast player running horizontally, almost parallel to the line of scrimmage right at the snap. The idea is to get speed to the edge fast, stretch the defense wide, try to outflank them.
Gotcha.
For Houston to diagnose that instantly, shoot the gap, and make the tackle for loss, that's not just athleticism, that's high-level football IQ. He was constantly disruptive, definitely making those final roster decisions tough for the coaches.
Looks like a great pickup so far. And the rookie linebacker, Shamar James.
Another guy who flashed big time.
Yeah, the interception, 5 tackles, a pass deflection. He looked like he belonged out there. Maybe a future star.
He really does. The interceptions show great instincts, just being in the right spot. For a rookie, that stat line, the tackles, the PBU, the pick, shows he's active, reads the game well, looks like he could be a valuable piece sooner rather than later.
Empyrean Winfrey, defensive tackle. Yeah, Winfrey was a problem for the Falcons O-line all night. Just constantly pushing the pocket, shedding blocks. Another guy making a strong case.
Good problem to have, I guess. Lots of defensive depth stepping up.
Exactly.
And let's give a nod to Brian Schottenheimer, too.
Yeah, the coach.
We haven't praised him much this preseason, but that call for the 2-minute drill before half, trusting the offense, trusting Aubrey, showed some real confidence. And hey, technically his first win as Cowboys head coach, even if it's preseason.
That's a great point. Being aggressive there, even in an exhibition game, sends a message. It says, we trust our guys, we're going to take our shots. That sets a tone you want carrying into week one. It's about building that attacking mindset.
And real quick, even the backup tight ends chipped in. Rivaldo Fairweather had a nice catch.
Yep, about 24 yards.
And Princeton Fant made a key block on that long Milton run. Right, and that depth is crucial, especially if the new OC, Clayton Adams, really does like using multiple tight ends like we expect. Having guys like Fairweather who can catch and Fant who can block effectively. That solidifies your depth, gives you options, maybe helps the practice squad. Coaches love that versatility.
Okay, so lots of positives. But, no game is perfect. Let's look at a couple areas maybe needing attention. Stock static, maybe even stock down.
Always room for improvement.
Mossy Smith, defensive tackle, former first-round pick, didn't really seem to make a huge impact unless he was completely unblocked.
Yeah, that's tough. For a first-rounder, you expect more consistent disruption. It raises that difficult question, right? What's the long-term plan if that production doesn't start showing up more consistently?
How long do you wait?
Exactly. Teams invest heavily in those early picks. You want to give them time to develop. But the NFL is about winning now. At some point, you have to evaluate honestly. Can we scheme for him? Or do we need to look for more consistent impact, even if it means admitting a pick isn't panning out as hoped? It's a real dilemma.
Ties into resource allocation, cap space, all that.
For sure.
And sticking with concerns. Penalties. We mentioned the negated interception.
Right. Killer penalty.
But it felt like there were flags throughout the night again. Coach Schottenheimer keeps saying they need to clean it up. But is it just talk? Could this be a deeper focus issue, especially given, let's be honest, the Cowboys' history with untimely flags?
Look, that's why it's a legitimate worry. It's not just about one game. Penalties, stall drives, give opponents free yards, negate big plays. They're self-inflicted wounds.
Absolutely kill momentum.
Totally. So hearing the coach emphasize it is good. But the players have to execute. If it keeps happening, yeah, it points to maybe a lack of discipline or focus that needs more than just talking points. It needs real correction before week one because those mistakes get magnified tenfold then.
Good point. Another minor thing maybe, but the end zone awareness.
Saw that too.
Couple of close calls. Troy Pride on a return. Maybe Jaden Blue too. Momentum taking them way back into the end zone before kneeling or going down. Nearly gave up safeties.
Right. Didn't cost them here, thankfully. But situational awareness is critical. Giving up 2 points on a mental lapse like that in a close regular season game, devastating. Just knowing where you are on the field, it's basic but crucial. Bet they hear about that in meetings this week.
I think so. And then, players like Deuce Vaughn and Ryan Flournoy.
The bubble guys.
Exactly. Vaughn had a decent night overall, 10 carries, 42 yards. Most of that came on the first drive, though, which was strong.
Yeah, started hot, then cooled off a bit.
And Flournoy had the 4 catches. Solid contributions. But with cuts coming Tuesday, 4 p.m. deadline, their spots still feel uncertain, right? Despite playing okay.
That's the tough reality. Solid sometimes isn't enough when you're fighting for those last couple of spots. Coaches look for that extra something elite special teams play, maybe unique versatility. Vaughn's first drive was great, but what about the rest? Flournoy caught the ball, but does he edge out someone else based on special teams value?
Right. It's a whole package.
Exactly. Their roles are still kind of undefined, maybe, compared to others. Those are the agonizing decisions coaches in the front office are making right now.
So pulling it all together, what does this win, this whole preseason mean heading into week one? Cuts are literally hours away.
Well, this last game definitely helped clarify things. We got a much better picture of who looks ready to step up now, who earned a spot, and maybe where some vulnerabilities still lie.
Who popped?
The excitement around Milton looking composed, Blue and Maffa scoring, Houston and James making plays on defense, that's real. That could translate to valuable depth, maybe even surprise contributions early in the season. These guys made their final arguments.
And now the decisions get made. Up next, it's for real. Philadelphia Eagles, Week 1. This win, though, with the rookie shining and some good coaching moments, it feels like a more confident way to launch into the regular season, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. But, as we look forward, the big question is always, how much of this preseason success actually translates, especially from the younger guys?
Right. Can they do it when the lights are brightest?
Exactly. Will that defensive intensity from Houston and James hold up against a top O-line like Philly's? Can Milton keep that poise if he's suddenly thrown into a real pressure cooker? It's about consistency against elite competition now. How do these guys develop when every play counts? That's the real test starting next week.
That's the perfect thought to leave folks with. The jump from August promise to September reality. It was definitely a strong showing by the Cowboys. Lots of exciting moments, lots of promise. Now the work really begins. Keep an eye on those final roster cuts, and let's see how this team shapes up for the year.